Hello, my witchlets. Today we are going to talk about mental health because mental health is a thing. And one of my favorite phrases is you cannot pour from an empty cup. So you have to really, take into consideration what you can do, what you can't do, and take care of yourself. So to that end, we are going to talk about self-care. So, I had a health episode, shall we say, last night, and I had a very, very severe muscle spasm in my back that had me, regurgitating dinner and stomach acid and such for about 2 hours. It was miserable. So to that end, today I have to, spend time to recuperate and recover and feel better, basically, about myself and my surroundings. So obviously I have a kitten in my hand, and I know not everybody has a kitten. I also have two other cats. This one just has been sitting on my lap for the past 2 hours while I've been doing some research and working and such. So pets are a good way to manage self-care if you have a pet. If you don't have a pet, which I realize is kind of a privilege and a luxury in some places because a lot of apartment places don't allow for pets. So without that, then things that you can do for yourself that may seem indulgent but really aren't. You can, if you have a bathtub, you can draw yourself a hot bath and relax in a bathtub. Otherwise, you can still get the same effects of like if you use bath bombs and such like that in your bath, or Epsom salts or whatever, you can actually get benefit by using what they call shower bombs, which they're the same basic concept as a bath bomb, but rather than fizz and melt into the water with pretty colors and such like that, they are designed as aromatherapy treatments instead. So you can make them yourself. There's plenty of recipes online. It's something that I'm probably going to eventually carry in my shop once I get to the point where I can actually, make things. But basically, it's just like, imagine like a disc rather than a ball. It's kind of like more like, I'd probably use a mini muffin tin for them. So they're small, but it's the same principle as a bath bomb, except you are concentrating your aromas into it so that when they release, it mixes with the steam and just makes you feel better. So shower bombs are a thing. Bath bombs, of course. If you have the ability to just set up a small space, like a pillow for it or a blanket for it or whatever you want to call it, those are perfectly legitimate things to, isolate yourself if you need to isolate and get away from everything, get away from your surroundings. And you can just sit in there and you can read, or you can create, whether you write, draw, paint. Even if you don't write, draw, or paint, you don't have to be good at something for it to be cathartic. Journaling is also a good way of taking care of your own mental health. You can write down your feelings. I know that for me, a lot of times when I write it down, I get it out and it's done and it's now committed to paper and it is in the world, and I can banish it if I choose to. I'm trying to think of some other self-care things that you can do that are inexpensive and helpful. Hi, Rocky. Rocky has a jealous. You can watch pet videos. Those are always fun and can be cathartic and make you laugh. Laughter is good. Crying in general is good, whether it's tears of anger, tears of sadness, tears of joy, or just random tears. I don't remember what I was watching. I think there's a YouTube video on it, but there's the chemical makeup of tears is different depending on the emotion that triggers the release of them. Because apparently they are part of your hormonal balance. And if something gets out of balance, oh, you sticky your leg way out, huh? If something gets out of balance, the natural way is to release whatever is, out of balance, like more overbalance. I don't know. I don't know the technical terms. I'm still trying to recover from last night. So, yeah, things happen, and You know, that's something, those are just some things that you can do. So for me personally, my biggest mental health issue at this point in time is severe generalized anxiety disorder. I am, and well, that and ADHD, but I think the ADHD is pretty given. You've seen my videos. So, I have chosen to remain unmedicated for the time being because when I was on medication previously, it slowed down my cognitive processing. And one of the things that I do very well is I analyze and synthesize very quickly and very naturally. Like it's like breathing for me. And the ADHD meds significantly impaired that quick response. And since I'm finishing up my dissertation, I want to be able to process and synthesize and analyze very quickly so that I can, you know, get it done. So, although the main writing part of it is over, so I might consider going back onto ADHD and anxiety medication because, oh, let me tell you, the nightmares are significant. And while I'm on the subject of nightmares, see, this is just a rambly kind of thing. I figure you guys might enjoy it. I don't know. Plus, I have a really cute kitten that you can watch instead of, you know, me. But anyway, back before I started my witchy path, I would have very intense, debilitating nightmares that had to do with me fighting demons and all of that stuff, and it was pretty terrifying. In general, I had dreams that I found terrifying that had to do with demons and such, and then I started on my path in around Ostara of 2018. Actually, it was Ostara of 2018. We had an Ostara circle down in San Diego with a bunch of friends of mine. And that was when I discovered Hestia. And so she and I have been working together for the past few years. And I noticed one day within the last 2 years that my nightmares had ceased to be a thing. Like, I wasn't dreaming about demons chasing me and trying to kill me or whatever. It was starting to be more like, hey Fred, how you doing? Long time no see. Move, please, you know, kind of thing. And I used to be extremely afraid of the dark. And I noticed that fear was gone. It's like now I use a flashlight to get to the bathroom just so I don't trip on a cat or something. What are you doing? Stop that. It's not good for your skin. You're okay, baby. And so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'm not really afraid of the dark anymore. I don't have the same fears that I did, and that's just been since I started on my path. And I don't remember where I was going with this. Oh, nightmares. So now my nightmares, see, ADHD. And now my nightmares are more, sadly, realistic. The other night I had a dream that I was being stabbed to death by a stranger. That was not as fun and entertaining as it sounds. It was terrifying, and it left me wondering if that was something that was going to actually come to fruition, because I do walk home from my car very late at night, at least one night a week, if not two. And it's a constant fear of mine. Like, I'm constantly vigilant because let's face it, when you do burlesque and such, you're wearing some pretty interesting costumes sometimes. And you know, it's for whatever reason, creepers who are out late at night just think that's licensed to talk to you, even though, you know, a costume is not consent. So it's, you know, it's a genuine fear I have. But I think in the case of me, that was actually not a physical thing that was going to happen. That was a warning for like an allegorical type dream. Like I was randomly stabbed regarding something. just recently. And, you know, once that particular situation happened, the anxiety that I had over the dream kind of disappeared. So, you know, your subconscious is telling you stuff all the time. It's sometimes it's easy to figure out what it's saying, and sometimes it's not. So, man, this is a long ramble. I'm so sorry, but yeah. So I want to make it clear, I am not against medicating my disorders at all. I am just against it at the moment because of how the drugs work. I mean, they do exactly what they're supposed to do, and that's slow your brain down. And right now, I can't afford to have my brain slowed down that much. But like I said, that's probably something that's going to change within the next few weeks, because I'm done with the synthesis process. I just need to, you know, get the rest of it done. I'm not sure if I'll wait until after my final defense, or if I'll do it before the final defense so that I can, you know, think clearly and not ramble during my defense. But if that's something I'm going to do, I need to start pretty soon. So there is no shame in taking medication for it. If you were a type 1 diabetic and you had to take insulin, are you ashamed that you have to take insulin to stay alive? No, of course not. I mean, if you can't see without glasses, you're not ashamed that you have to wear glasses, you know? It's just one of those things. It's like your brain is an organ and it can malfunction. Just like if you have to take heart medication, or I have to take an immuno manipulative drug to deal with my lupus. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd still be in bed. So, you know, medication is designed for the purpose of correcting situations within your body that, you know, cannot function on their own. You know, my immune system could function on its own, but it's going to kill me if it does. So, you know, you take medication to help your body do what it needs to do so that you have a good quality of life. And mental health is the same. You don't have to talk to a therapist. You should. I highly recommend it. And I'm not saying that because I am a therapist, because I'm not. I didn't take clinical psychology. I took industrial and organizational psychology. Huge difference. So, you know, I don't think anybody should not see a therapist. I think everybody should see a therapist is really what I'm trying to say. There we go. Let's put that in the positive. I think everybody should see a therapist. Even if they're feeling fine or whatever, even if it's just like once every quarter or whatever, I still think that it's beneficial to sit down and talk about things, because maybe something isn't going the way you expected it to go, and you can talk with a therapist and maybe figure out what the issue is. Could it be that you're your greatest enemy in that moment and you're blocking yourself from success? Could it be that you have a fear of success? Could it be you have a fear of failure? You know, there's so many different things that you can discuss with your therapist and, get to the bottom of the problem. Shadow work is a thing, and man, is it a heavy thing. So I also recommend doing shadow work. There's just so much that therapy can help with, and it should not be a stigma. It should not be a negative thing. It's you taking care of you. And if you don't take care of you, who else is going to take care of you? You know what you need. You know how you respond to things. You know what your body is like. And you need to take care of your body because, hey, believe it or not, I love you. I may have never met you, but it doesn't matter because I love you. You're sitting here watching this channel, and you're not alone in this world. No man is an island entirely unto himself. One of my favorite poems from John Donne, but I don't remember the rest of it because that was when I was in high school. But still, to wrap up, get therapy. If you need medication, take your meds. Get your meds and take your meds. Take care of yourself via self-care, whether that's cuddling a pet, or making yourself a tasty meal, or taking a hot bath with some bath bombs, aromatherapy, incense, whatever. Burn incense. It's cheap. It's easy. My favorite one to burn is a Nag Champa cone. I just love Nag Champa though. So, you know, I mean, I make my own loose incense, but a lot of it is usually for, you know, the sabbats and such, and it's more ritual than designed to be burned every day. So, I mean, make a combination. If you like loose incense, make a combination of stuff and see what you like. See what you like smelling. In fact, I have a smudge stick that I really like that was made for a ritual. So, there, you know, there's different things that you can do and different ways that you can do them. So, shower bombs are a thing. Look up shower bombs. That is my homework assignment for you, to make a shower bomb this week. I will see if I can record a video this week coming that is all about making shower bombs, and maybe we'll make shower bombs together. Sound like a plan? Do you have a question, or are you just sticking your leg way up? He's asleep. All right, we'll see you guys next week for more kitchen witchery and other spells.